Hey there guys, I hope you're all well. Welcome to another Gran Turismo Sport video with me, Apex Predator. So what I think to do with this video, I've managed to get a much better way of capturing and recording gameplay for a start, so I may start doing some live comms for you guys, but I think for now we can have a little look through my replay, and I've got some good clips that we can talk about the new update 1.13. So it brought 12 new cars, but I think what's most replays. I think what's most crucial to the update is the change in the penalty system and what that's meant for racing. We also got a new Blue Moon layout. I hadn't previously bothered racing on Blue Moon because oval racing doesn't really appeal to me too much, but this infield version is actually a very nice track. I really had a good time driving on it. So we'll watch this now. I think this is a Gr.3, one of the dailies from this week, a couple of days ago. But it's the first day with the new penalty system, and I've heard rumours that the penalty system affects drivers of different ranks differently. So if you're a B or a C driver, the penalties aren't as severe as if you're an S driver. So that's why there's some difference of opinion in how the penalties are being implemented and what the effects are. The other funny thing about this race is, you see that Greek driver behind me, Kapapsi, and the Dutch driver on P1, Buzz your KNH. They both had a go at me after this race, blaming me for giving them penalties. But I mean, watch the race with me, see what you think. I'm more than happy to own up to any mistakes that I've made, but I think lap 1 should show you where the blame's tied. But the Greek driver told me to F off. He clearly wasn't very happy with me. Here he is behind me. We'll stick with my view for now, because I think you'll be able to see how hard I work to avoid penalties. This German is going, and the Dutch has had a little mistake. Okay, so the Dutch had a mistake. He's pushed the German off the track. I've left space for the German to come back on. The German's tapped me. Now I've got a penalty for that. You can't see it on screen, but I'm going to service at the end of this lap. So already I've got like a 3-second penalty, and I tried to give him room. Greek guy's gone and pushed the Dutch guy off, blocked me a little bit, so I've got another penalty for hitting the Greek person there. I couldn't do a lot to avoid it. So right now I'm quite angry with the amount of penalties I've got. So I'll just pull over here, and if you're going to serve a penalty, try and do it in a strategic place. To get out of the way of other drivers is my main point. Otherwise it just ends up a penalty train. You end up hitting other drivers serving their penalties. There's a Greek person driving his penalty. Well deserved penalty, I might add. So here we go. Already from what was quite a good start opening lap for me, or could have been, it's turned into a bit of a disaster thanks to the penalties, but we'll see how it goes. Like I say, really enjoying this track. I'm using the Z4, which is not the car of choice. I think the M6 was the car of choice for this track. It's certainly much faster down that straight, but I've just been enjoying driving the Z4. Quite a lot of grip. I think that big wing gives it a lot of downforce. I don't know what's going on here. Somehow managed to get through. I'm going to stick it up the inside of the Brit here since I'm there. There's no point being indecisive. Nearly ran wide, had to come off the throttle, lost some time. So now we're going to chase down the German in front. British guy's having a look. It's not really on there, and yeah, he's pulled out of it. Or maybe he was defending from the Greek. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go on board. Best place to know the track, I think, is from this view. So if you guys are new to this track, we can do a little walkthrough. Control your speed here, don't go flat out. You can take a lot of that curb. You can get all 4 wheels on the inside of that curb. And there's a lot of lap time to be found there because you can be on the throttle sooner for this banked bit. This first corner is nice as well. And like I said, I've never driven Blue Moon, so it may be familiar to a lot of you guys who have driven Blue Moon. But I'm just going to work on the assumption that it isn't and tell you how I've been driving it anyway. I was leaving it in 5th gear unless I was in slipstream. I braked very early there. You can brake just as you come off the banking, I found, in qualifying, maybe not in a race, because with tyre wear and stuff, the physics are slightly different. You want to be out wide. Here, aim for that curb. See a lot of people going wide and they quickly run out of track, so you can be on the throttle all the way through this bit. Control your speed through here. Again, you can take quite a lot of that curb, but not as much as the final curb. You can get a penalty on that curb, but we just went through if you're not careful. So do watch it there. Obviously, very tight corner here. Try and brake in a straight line. Control your speed. And the same through this complex. Now, you can see the racing line look, but I found a few attempts in qualifying by staying much tighter to that inside line through both of those. Because at first I was kind of ignoring that first apex like I did just now on that lap. and hooking it up for the second, but I found a few attempts if you try and take both apexes in first gear. So something to try maybe in qualifying, see if you can find some time that way. But here we go, lap 3, about to come on to lap 4 I think, or have we started lap 3, I'm not sure. Chasing down the German anyway, there we go, on to lap 4. So see, I'm in 6th gear this time because I had the run. You want to be, yep, wide. I was a bit messed up that corner really. I'm not very good at following other drivers yet. I don't do very well racing in traffic. And again, power through here. Control your speed here. Drive the car through. I'm having a look there, but it's not really on. But he's done the job. He's gone wide. He must have been looking in his mirror. He's got a good drive through. I think the Audi's quite good through this section as well. That's the crucial apex there. Look how much time I got on him. A little tap there. I was a bit disappointed. There's another penalty, and I might even have given him a penalty. I don't think so. I think it was just me. So that's another penalty I've got to serve at some time, I think. I can't remember. That one I sort of deserved. It's just a bit of a shame because there wasn't really anything malicious there, was there? So he's defending here. Let's go outside. Let's have a look. Just about got in front, but got to be cautious. Possibly been a bit too cautious, but I don't want another 3-second penalty, so you know what you're supposed to do. We're all over him though. Very careful through there. He's not left me a lot of room, but fair enough, he doesn't need to, I suppose. But my point is, look how hard I'm trying to be clean with this guy. I don't think I deserved the FU from the Greek guy at the end of this race. I think he must have... And I think the Dutch guy must have thought it was me that took him out and not the Greek guy, so I don't know why he was teaming up against me. I've not touched the Dutch guy. Control of speed, loads of curve. I think the Z4 and the Audi are quite equally matched on this track. I've not driven the Audi, but I imagine that it's got similar sort of drag, so that's why it's probably not as competitive on the straight as the BMWs. He's gone defensive again. Look, I'm not trying to race too hard. If I was really going for it, I might have sort of tried to shoot it down the inside there. Go for the cutback. So. Now he was mad at me for that, but I think that's quite... So there's 2 laps in a row I've had the run on him down the straight. Okay, let's watch the whole move. He's defended again, but he knows I'm on the outside. He's not left me a lot of room, there's no contact though. I've gone for the cutback, he knows I'm there and he knows what I'm doing. He's middle of the track, he's not on his usual racing line. And look, he knows I'm there. I don't know what to say about that, it's a narrow bit of track and he's on the outside. I'm not going to lose much sleep over it, let's put it that way. But I got a penalty for it anyway, so I tried to serve my penalty now, but then I noticed the yellow flag, so you can't serve a penalty on the yellow flag, so I was like, oh crap, I got to get going again. And I think the Greek guy was mad at me. I think he thought I was trying to give him a penalty for overtaking me under a yellow flag or something, like as if. It's just so ridiculous, as if I'd do that. So, but the point is, the penalty system's just causing problems. So there, look, I'm trying to serve a penalty, I didn't notice the yellow flag. So then I had to go again. I think maybe he got a penalty for overtaking me on the yellows or something, and he was mad at me for that. I don't know. It's just chaos. So I've still got a penalty that I need to serve somehow for that side by side with the German. I don't know. It's just proving. I've got some more races we can look at as well. So I won't just end this video on this one race. I'll put another one up as well. Let's go exterior. So here he is down the inside. Nothing I can do. He's got more straight line speed. He gets hit by the Dutch guy. So again, I still don't. You know, why is he having to go at me after the race? Both of them are having to go at me. I've not touched either of them. He's ran wide again. Nothing to do with me. I'm trying my hardest not to touch these guys. Gone off track there, that's annoying. So I figured I might as well serve a penalty since I've already lost time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean though, it's just ridiculous. So hopefully I'm penalty free now. He's serving a penalty, nearly gets in the way. It's just a nightmare. I think we're about to cross the line. Take the win. But it's not an enjoyable experience when you're just serving penalties the whole race. For the record, I don't have anything against penalties. I like the penalty system. I just think it's a little bit too harsh in the S rank at the moment. Some of the penalties I got for that race, I don't feel I deserved at all. But I mean, feel free to discuss. If you think I deserve them, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear some other opinions. Otherwise, tell me some of your experiences with the new penalty algorithm. Are you finding it too harsh, or is it quite an improvement for you? Let me know. Let's go and take a look at another race.